Monday morning, the 10th of March. I'm going to start a new story with this side of things. I'm just after feeding these ladies here. I'm only going to give them a little bit of silage today because I want to, in the afternoon, move them on up. I'm going to give them half of that field there, and that is going to be their home. Because this place is full of rushes, I want to give this place a really good battering. This is the second rotation of winter, which is now into spring, so I'm only coming onto this place for the second time since last October. So what I've been doing is, because land is very wet and there's gaps that you can get stuck in, what I tend to do is give them a larger area and allow them to eat off the grass tight. I'll give them less silage, just a little bit. I'll give them less silage though, just to try and get them to clean up those areas that bit better. So I've given them a small trailer load this morning just to top them up, and then, as I say, I'm going to let them in here. They can graze that off, and then I'll increase their silage that they're getting for the next 3 or 4 days and let them batter down them rushes. I'll feed them on them rushes, and that's it. But look, the main story is Maverick. We have Belle sick calving at the minute at home, and we have Maverick here fully sunk. Well, I don't know about fully sunk, but look at that for a bag of milk. She's bursting out through her legs now, and yeah, she's fairly full now. So this lady is not going to calf as quick as the lady at home, but she's definitely going to calf. I'm going to be up with this lady tonight. She is turning into a lovely heifer. You would know there's dairy breeding in her. She has lots of milk. You'd know there's Hereford breeding in her. She has lots of flesh. So the black whitehead, they're a good suckler animal. They're the best of both worlds. So she's hanging out here with the red crew. She's perfectly fine. She's happy. There's no sickness in her at the minute, but I have a feeling this evening things may change. So that is the carry on with Maverick, and that is the carry on. That's what I'm at with my feeding and the end of my winter outwintering, and my transition into spring, which is basically more or less the same kind of thing until we have good grass. But a recap: so I feed less silage on the wet ground to give them a larger area because it's difficult to travel, and then as things get drier and conditions improve, I give more silage and they have less grass, but I want to give that a really good battering, so that's what I'm going to do. The ponies are following behind all the time. They're in there. They're going to come into this wet place this evening, and we'll keep a tight eye on Maverick and see how she's getting on. She looks very close, but she's no way sick at all. She's just ready. Now the lady at home is definitely going to calf in the next few hours. She's going around humpy with her tail out, so she's a first calf heifer. I have a feeling that she'll be sick all day. We mightn't have a calf till this evening. She'll either calf in the next couple of hours, or I have a feeling if she's going to go around that way for the next few days or hours, it'll be this evening before she calves. But we have a dry day. It feels like an easterly breeze, a husky wind, a dry March wind. So yeah, that's the carry on. I'll be back later on. So Monday evening, I'm giving them a bad habit, but it just saves me a little bit of work. The fence drop down low and they step over it. But sure, look, it'll work for now. Come on, keep moving. There, that fella jumps it. Come on. Now, Maverick is coming last. I haven't even looked at her yet. I think she's alright, yeah. She's making her dung now, I'm assuming. Yeah, they all like to drop a load when they make the move. What do you think, Maverick? Let me see you. She's fairly full. I'll give her a good looking at now in a sec. Oh, she is going to make her toilet. Well, they tend to empty out their bowels as well when they're getting sick, but I think it's down to the move. I'll tidy up my bit of fence and I'll come back in again and have a look. Now I have all my jobs done. I'm about to go home. They're picking away in a little bit of grass here. Maverick, I don't think she's going to calf tonight. I will check her later on this evening, but I think we're alright for another day. She's kind of hardened up again for the day, but they come down a good bit in the morning time and then they kind of rise again. So yeah, she's not one bit sick anyhow, so we're perfectly fine. So I'll probably check her later on this evening before I go to bed, and then we'll know then, and most likely she'll be fine and I'll leave her till tomorrow. So we'll talk then. Tuesday the 11th March. Now, this was all meant to be a video about Maverick, but we may forget about that for another while. I went through my dates, and it turns out that this lady was bowled on the 10th of June. June, May, April, March. So her time is up, and if she's to go like our little Galloway heifer went, then she could calf any day now. But for some reason I have a feeling that this lady, she has kind of stalled at a certain level of sunkness, if that's the right term, and her milk bag is just looking lovely and it's sitting there. So yeah, there's a few wrinkles, but often they calf with them wrinkles there. So I don't know, we have to keep a tight eye on her. She's super content and happy, and she's not a bit out from these signs here. She seems perfectly happy and fine. So I have a feeling that this lady is going to put up an merciful bag of milk. She'll spring out very tight, and she'll sink very low. So she's super happy, so I'm glad just to let her be for now, and I'll check her out as the days go on, this evening and every morning even. So yeah, in the last video, or earlier in this video, I said I'm going to move them to this place here. I haven't topped this area in a few years, so I'm going to let them batter it down now. I'm going to feed them as much as I can on it until I can see a good hammering of them rushes, and I'll move them on up the way. So this is a lovely dry spot. I'm going to take advantage of that. There's a spring well here in the middle of the field. They can drink out of there. It kind of overflows a little bit here, so there's a soft place there. It's dry both sides of it, so I'm feeding them on this, and they're going to hammer them rushes, and when they're done they'll go up the way, and then I'll allow my ponies in and they can do the rest of the work for me. So yeah, we're March now, maybe nearly the middle of the March, so we have another all of April into May before the real spring flush comes. So I've done things a lot differently this year. I have allowed the ponies to kind of really eat into the ground after the cattle, and I also let the cattle eat hard into the ground. So we're converting a lot of that carbon, a lot of that tatchy grass, even rushes, we're converting it into dung and urine, and we're getting a good spread, and whatever residue silage is left on the ground, even though the ponies are licking it up after the cattle. So it'll be interesting to see what fertility we have down now this year coming into this growing season. The land looks that bit rougher because I haven't been cleaning it all off. I've gotten out of that lawn look and allowing it to be kind of more natural. I was meant to clean off rushes, but my topper's not working at the minute, and I have to spend time looking at that, and I haven't had the time. So I will get it going again, and we probably will do a little bit of topping. It would be nice to get rid of them old dry old rushes, but we'll see how we get on. I think a good battering from these cattle and ponies afterwards will be almost good enough. But I'm going to be interested to see how things grow this year. So that's basically what I'm saying. So I might as well end this video, and we'll start a new one from Maverick. So I went back on my videos, and I know now the day she was bowled. And it's funny as well, I never thought of it. This lady we were checking for as well, she may not be the next one to calf. The next one to calf after that will actually be Boss Cow here. She was bowled the day after Maverick. Our biggest, fattest cow we have. Now she's looking square now because she's down the hill. But this lady is... this lady's time is up today, in fact. So she'll carry a good bit. she'll definitely carry a good bit. This is her calf. I never took her calf away, but she has weaned her naturally herself. She dried up there a long time ago. In fact, she weaned this calf fairly early. This lady doesn't tend to have much milk at all, and her calves don't do great, but they turn out to be nice 2-year-olds, but they're not nice weanlings. They get a little bit scrawny from lack of milk, but they become good grazers. Yeah. That's it, that they have to fend for themselves. The calves coming off milkier cows tend to go back quicker. But that bloom comes off them, I find, anyhow. But if you pack them with male, it keeps it on them. But they go into scrawny kind of yearlings naturally enough, anyhow, with the growth. They put on a bit of a frame, and then they fill out after that. So yearlings are, even when it comes to ponies, yearlings are never as nice looking as foals coming off mares. Yeah, that's it. The weather's holding up lovely. I'm very happy with that. Maverick's next, and then we don't know. It's touch and go with any of them then after that. But I just know that this lady is definitely, time is up, and then we have to watch this lady here. So yeah, that's it now. So on the 11th of March, I will say good luck and goodbye.